Redemption Music Group. Summertime, you in the sunshine, do up. Come on, money. Get them summer stacks, family.
Do you speak a second language?
I do not.
I can speak a little bit of Spanish. My mother was Puerto Rican, but I'm really rusty on it.
Many people around the world are learning to speak English, but not very many Americans are learning a second language.
I think that's a bad thing, to be honest. I think it's actually very arrogant to the average American to not think that they should learn a second language. I think that there's a real problem in this culture that we feel, that I think a lot of Americans feel, oh, we're the best. We're the best country, we're the best culture. We don't have to study other peoples, other races, try to expand our horizons. I actually think that's a bad thing.
I disagree with that. When our ancestors came to the United States, they had to learn the language.
Oh, absolutely. You should definitely have to speak English if you become American. Don't get me wrong.
But that's not true any longer.
No, and I agree.
I think you really should. If you come into a country and you plan to live there, you should at least learn their language.
Oh, yeah, no.
And I think it should be the option of us whether we want to learn another language.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I definitely believe that if that's another pet peeve, I really don't think that it's fair that I should have to placate to someone else who can't be bothered to learn English. But at the same time, I think in order to gain a greater understanding of the world, you should learn a second language. But yes, definitely you should. If you live in this country, you should speak English. I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
Do you speak a second language?
I can speak some Spanish.
And you, sir?
No. Just you wouldn't want to hear my second language. No, I don't speak a second language.
Many of the people around the world are learning to speak English, but many Americans aren't learning to speak a second language. What do you think about that?
I think if I was much younger, I think it's important to learn Spanish because unfortunately the country is more Spanish speaking, and I kind of resent that. I think everyone that's here to stay should learn English, but I know a lot of jobs now require Americans to speak Spanish.
Get them summer stacks, family.
Spanish is perfect everywhere in America anymore. It's almost the second language of America. So Americans should learn. And obviously, when Spanish come here, they need to learn some English too.
That's fair.
It's fair.
Yeah.